So, what happened this week? Well, I was invited by a friend to be a part of this Facebook party for Usborne books. And Usborne, I don't really know, a whole lot about it yet, but they make these really cool kid books from, babies to like early adolescence. So they have like the cool books that are, like the really soft kind of like blanket material to the really hard covers so that they can't destroy them. And then it goes all the way up to chapter books. I was so excited to be a part of that event because it just opened my eyes to this fantastic world of more books. And as you all know, I absolutely love books. And I'm actually thinking of looking into that, seeing if I could maybe even become a consultant. I ordered 3 different books, and when I get them, I will show them to you. It'll probably be, between 2 to 4 weeks even before I get them, just because they've been having so many shipments. It's going to be a while before I get them, but I am really, really excited. One of them is called a Muddle and Match book, and it's with monsters because I think monsters are so cool. It has 3 different flaps. Each flap corresponds with a different part, a different section of the body, the head, the torso, and the feet. And you can flip them around, make a new looking monster, and then on the side it has like a story along with it. So I think it's going to be super cool. They have a whole bunch of Muddle and Match books, but I choose the monster one because that appealed to me the most. I've noticed that I absolutely adore stories with monsters and dragons and dinosaurs, especially for kids' books, because it's so cute. I didn't realize I would like kids' books so much until I discovered Usborne. I'm really, really excited to be more into it. I'm going to have my own Facebook party in a couple of weeks, and that'll be really, really fun. Also, next week, I'm going to be on vacation. I'm going to be traveling, and so I don't think I'll have a video. I might do something. Anything else that happened this week? I kind of branched off from my outline idea with my story, and I was noticing that some of the things that I put into the beginning weren't working with some of the other ideas that I had for the middle, the end. It just wasn't gonna flow right. And so I decided to take my lovely little notebook and just fill pages upon pages of ideas for the story, the backstory mostly. There's going to be more than one book for that story. It's probably going to be a trilogy. Maybe there'll be more than 3 books. I'm not entirely sure on that one. We'll just have to see. One of the things that is keeping me from knowing exactly how many books it's going to be is the fact that I know one of the characters is going to die, and I don't know how long I'm going to need them for, because they're an important part, but I know that they're going to die, and I've known that since I came up with the idea. If I kill them off at the end of the first book, that changes things. If I kill them off at the end of the second book, it changes things. If I kill them off in the middle of any of the books, it totally changes things. It's tough. I've seen a couple things, a couple memes and funny things where people will say, why do writers kill off their characters? It's a part of writing stories. I mean, in life, people die. That's a part of life. And we have to stay true to that. People can't live forever, and eventually even the hero is going to run out of luck. They're not going to escape death every time. So I give a huge, huge applause to the writers who kill off their main character, because that takes some guts. My first thought goes to Dead Poets Society. For those of you who have seen it or read it, I believe there's a novelization of it as well. You know that there is a twist with one of the characters dying, and it sucks so bad, but it makes sense for the story, and it's actually one of the reasons I love it so much. If you have not watched the movie, please watch it. It will change you. I swear it will. It also has Robin Williams in it, and after Robin Williams passed away, I wanted to go on like a complete spree of all of his movies. Robin Williams was a huge part of my childhood. He's probably influenced my humor. View of characters too. Robin Williams has so much talent. I love the way that so many different actors, like Robin Williams, Jeffrey Rush, Johnny Depp, let me think, even Harrison Ford, you know, they can play these really good guys, and then they can flip a switch and they can play evil guys too. You know, guys that are jerks and just, I love that about acting. You just see how far, you know, their range can go. Who is that other person that I'm thinking of? It's the guy who plays Captain Hook. It's not Jeffrey Rush. It's that other guy. I'm thinking of the name Donald for some reason, and that I know is not correct. Wait, Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman. Love Dustin Hoffman. There's actually a master class that I really want to see. He does it on acting. I think that acting is actually a huge thing. It's a huge part of writing, because you are acting as an author. You kind of get to act out these roles yourself. But then you're also like the director. You're in charge of the lighting, the sound. You're in charge of everything. Well, I'm officially on vacation, actually, so that's nice. I am really planning on getting a lot of writing done, and I am hoping that if I do get into Usborne, that can be, you know, like my side job for a while. I'm really looking forward to being a part of it, and I'm really hoping that I will have enough time, at least within the next 2 weeks, to write my stories when my husband and I are on our trip. Probably not. But, you know, on the drive, it's like an 8-hour drive, I think, so I'll have plenty of time. You know what? I'm going to challenge myself, and I will let you know. I will do a video, at least an update on if I've written at all. Yeah, I like that idea. I'm going to challenge myself to write on the way there, maybe even on the way back, depending on what time that is. At least on the way there, I will write. Love that idea. Cool. Another thing, just another update. I'm going to be starting the Pathway program in a couple weeks. It's through BYU Idaho, and that's where I got my associate's degree a couple years back. It's like an online schooling, but they also have a meeting, you know, in your local area. They'll get all the Pathway students together. There has to be enough in one area. We're still waiting back to make sure, actually, that we have enough students. And I don't know if it'll happen. I really hope it does. I miss school so much. And basically what it'll do is it will give you like a couple of credits each semester, and then after a year of taking Pathway, you'll be able to have an online major through BYU Idaho, and they only have a couple majors so far. English is not one of them, or education, which makes sense because a lot of education is with experience, and you can't really do that online. I wish, but there might be some other options for me. My husband's going to be choosing business management, and yeah, that'll be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to just being a nerd again. I really miss school. It won't be quite the same as sitting in a classroom with a bunch of people and learning that way, but it'll be a good way for me to have self-discipline. Definitely a good way for that. Alright, I've taken a bunch of your time, and I hope it was worth it. Yeah. So, check back next week and see if I actually fulfilled my challenge to write on the way to my trip. And then within probably the next 2 weeks, maybe 3, I don't know, I'll get my books from Usborne and I will let you know how that goes.